Hey, how are you doing? It's Alan here from Look for Warriors, and I want to talk quickly about this book, Think and Grow Rich. He gives a list of reasons for failure, and there's a lot of them. There's, 20, 29, 30, 31 reasons for failure. Now, one of them really struck me, so I want to just talk about it really quickly, and it's what he calls lack of education. Lack of education. Now, he says in this book that the best educated people, remember this from 100 years ago. He says in this book that the best educated people are self-educated people. Now, I'm going to add one of the reasons for that is because self-educated people are people who go within and find what they want to pursue personally. Like, everyone is 100% different, so they go within and find out what they want to pursue, and then find the learning and the education, use the word education, learning and education that they need to pursue that, instead of going through the meat grinder of bringing in facts and regurgitating those facts back out on a piece of paper in the exam. So he says that one of the reasons for failure is lack of education, and he says that the best educated people are self-educated. Now, the interesting thing about that for today, is that there's never ever been a better time to learn the things you need to learn. I was listening to David Icke, and he was talking about he's had an interesting life where he was a goalie for a football team. Then he became a presenter, and now he is a researcher. And when he talks about his life, he says that he felt like he was sent to do specific things in order to learn. He was also a member of the Green Party, a leader of the Green Party in the UK. He says that it feels like he's been sent to different places in order to learn specific things that he needed in order to do the work that he needed to do in his life. Steve Jobs, another self-educated person, went to India for a couple of years. He was a spiritual guy. I think he wanted to learn, go to a guru and stuff in India, which is the place to go if you want to find a guru. And he says on his speech, I think it was at Stanford University, that he felt like he was sent to specific places to learn specific things. Like, for example, he went into calligraphy class. He felt excited about calligraphy, and he didn't know why. Do you ever get just this feeling of excitement? You're drawn towards something, but you don't know why you're drawn towards it. You don't know why you feel this excitement, but you do. Like, it's undeniable. And Steve Jobs says he was drawn towards specific things. Now, he was drawn towards calligraphy, which has completely changed the way we use computers, how it feels to use a computer, how the text, the visual looks on a computer when you use it. And everyone else copied his designs, so it affects every single computer or iPad or whatever device you're using. It affects it all. But it was interesting that he said he felt like he was sent to a place to learn specific things. And you and me, if we tune into this, if we are able to tune in to these messages, we'll be sent to specific places to learn the specific things that we need in order to do the work that we need to do on this earth. And when Steve Jobs did his speech, he said, when you're doing it, when you're in the process of doing it, you don't know how the different things connect together. But there's something inside you drawing you towards specific things, but you don't know how they connect together until you're finished and you're on your deathbed and looking back, and then you can see how everything connected together and how you were supposed to go on this crazy journey of your life. You know, you can look back in your life and you can say, wow, that was a crazy journey. But for some reason, there is something inside you drawing you towards the learning that you need to learn. And I'm going to say that schooling pushes you away, because schooling is one size fits all. It's the same for everybody. Everybody learn these facts. Everybody regurgitate these facts. But you're not everybody. You're unique. You're really, really unique. Just like Steve Jobs is unique. Just like John Taylor Gatto was unique. Just like David Icke was unique. And there were specific things that they needed to learn in order to do the work that they needed to do. And you're also unique. You're different. I know specifically, if you're watching this, you're different. And a specific learning that you need to learn that I can't tell you what it is. But you'll be drawn to it. You'll feel it. You'll feel it in here. You'll know. You'll know where you need to go and what you need to learn. And when you feel that, you've never ever lived in a better time in history to go and find the learning that you need to learn. And when you do, use an agile Kanban process. Use the Pomodoro technique. Go back, I have videos on it, just go back and take a look at those videos in order to assimilate those learnings into your life. And of course, we can do the Scott Adams skill stack and get some basic learning, some certain things that you, just a foundation. And on top of that, you add your specific learning that you need to learn. So some foundational things that just everybody should know. A little bit of programming, a little bit of design, Photoshop, Sketch, how to use a computer, Excel, how to type, how to draw. The things that John Taylor Gatto talked about. Power of accurate observation. Being able to observe something and being able to write or draw that out. Power of accurate observation, things the elites are taught. So there's some foundational things that you need to know, but on top of that, there's the unique things that you specifically need to know for your life, for your mission, for the reason you're here. And we're taking a look at this book, Think and Grow Rich, and 100 years ago it's talking about lack of education. Now the way he's using education is not how we use it today. He's not talking about schooling. He's saying that this is the self-taught people who are the best educated people. Like Steve Jobs, completely self-taught. Some of them, a lot of them are people who didn't finish high school. But they're self-taught. They know they're here for a reason. And they know there's important things that they need to learn in order to be here, in order to do the work that they need to do. So it's interesting. I'm going to go through a bunch of the reasons for failure. But this lack of education, and it's not lack of schooling. It's not lack of schooling. It's lack of education. You could say today lack of learning the important things that you need to learn in order to do the work that you need to do. He says it's one of the major, he gives 31 reasons, but he says lack of education or lack of learning is one of the main reasons for failure. So we're going to solve that specific problem. This has been Alan here from Look for Warriors. Do me a favor, I want you to subscribe to the channel.